Does cassava mature in 6 months? This question keeps occurring or keeps coming up. Farmers, whom I would say are impatient, not actually impatient, that needs quick money from their farm, keep asking this question. It has become a reoccurrence, a kind of recurring question. I want 6 months cassava. Those of us that work in National Roots Crop Research Institute or IITA keep getting such questions. I need cassava that matures in 6 months. Cassava is actually different from sweet potato. You can get a sweet potato that matures in 3 months, even possibly 2 months, yes. But for you to get a cassava that matures in 6 months, I want you to pay attention to this video to know actually how to get a cassava that matures in 6 months. If you are here today at this point, please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, we ask you, I personally beg you to hit the subscribe button, like our videos and comment on them. And also don't forget to click on the notification button so as to get information or be alerted whenever we drop a video. It will actually go a long way in helping this channel. So we beg you also, for your own benefit as a farmer, once you come across this channel, very, very important, you know you are listening to an experienced person in the field of agriculture, precisely roots and tuber crops. You will learn a lot. And speaking this out of experience, you cannot compare field experience with that of class experience. Classroom experience is very different from field experience. I have been in the field for over 25 years, so I know what I'm talking. I keep having failures and success. So those failures and success has actually equipped me to really teach you what and what you should know in the field of agriculture, especially that of root and tuber crops. So I urge you to stay put, stay glued to this channel. You will learn more about roots and tuber crops. And when you embark on them, you are sure to make profit. Thank you. Then back to our discussion. 6 months cassava. I have told us that people keep calling, making requests for 6 months cassava. There are no proven variety that matures precisely at 6 months. What we keep telling you is that cassava maturity is between 6 to 12 months. Good. Now, we have different varieties. We have some early maturing varieties, that is TME 419, possibly Game Changer, and 8082, NR 8082. There are several of them that are early maturing. But I want to make you understand one thing about timing when it comes to cassava maturity. Cassava tuberizes at 3 months, possibly, yes, at 3 months. But what can you get from a 3 months cassava? What can you get from a 6 months cassava? What can you get from a 9 months or 12 months cassava? All this differs. what you get, the quantity you get at these various months differs. Google on the internet, you will see a journal published in a crop improvement journal that I am one of the authors, Wangma FC, as one of the authors, talking about early bulking cassava varieties. Yes, early bulking. Bulking means forming of those starch, forming of the root, the fresh root. We have published that book, giving you varieties that can bulk early. When we say early, from 3 months if possible. Good. And also, there's another work that was done. That work was done in 2017. Check, Google about it on crop improvement journals or Francis and Taylor. You know what I'm talking about. I'm one of the authors in that journal. Yes. Good. Earlier, also in 2020 or thereabouts, one of our scientists also worked on early bulking. There are many early bulking materials. But just as I said earlier, what do you get? What can you get at those various months? What you can get at those various months determines whether you can go ahead to harvest at 6 months or you wait to harvest at 12 or 10 or 12 months. So by the end of this video, I'm going to make you understand when best to harvest your cassava, depending on what you are doing. Good. When we say early bulking, cassava starts bulking at even 3 months. I have said that earlier. Good. Now, whether it matures at 6 months, it's another question to ask. Cassava can tuberize at 6 months. Very, very possible. You can also harvest tubers at 6 months. Very, very possible. Good. But what quantity are you getting at that 6 months? All fingers are not equal. In a 1 hectare farm that will have about either 10,000 tons of cassava or 12,500 tons of cassava, you cannot get all of them bulked at 6 months. But you can't even get them bulked at 12 months, let alone 6 months. So you can never compare the harvest you make at 6 months and the harvest you make at 10 or 12 months. When we tell you that we have cassava that gives you 35 tons and above per hectare, that is 35 tons per hectare, 35 tons and above per hectare, yes. When we tell you that, we are not telling you to harvest at 6 months. You cannot harvest at 6 months and get 35 tons or above per hectare. You can reason with me where I am coming from. That when you harvest your cassava at 6 months, the root weight you get must be different from the root weight you get at 12 months. So also, bulking at 6 months, the DMC, the dry matter content of cassava at 6 months cannot be compared to the dry matter content of cassava at 12 months. No, as cassava is bulking early, it is more fibrous. Most cassavas that bulk at 6 months are mainly fibrous. After 6 months, it starts developing the dry matter. Yes, so you cannot actually be satisfied at 6 months. I would like to plead with you that if you are here now on this channel, one comma Phyllis, I beg you to please hit on the red button, subscribe button. And if you have done that, we also urge you to click on notification so that you'll be notified whenever we drop a video. Very important. And try to like our videos and comment on them. It will actually go a long way in helping us bring you more information, more educational information about roots and tuber crops. So we urge you to please help us do that.